welcome to my YouTube channel. In last video, we have discussed about the conditional statement in Python. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the for loop. So basically, for loop act as a iterator in Python, and it goes through the item that are in sequence or any other iterable item. Iterable item means our list, tuples, and dictionaries or strings, which works as an iterable object in Python. Here I write one simple format of for loop. So you can see here for item in object, after that statement to do stuff. Means statement to do stuff means our actual result or our actual code, which is based on that iterable object. Okay, so in this video we are going to learn how we are iterate our for loops through tuples, list, string, and dictionaries. Okay, and again one thing is here, if you choose the variable name when you are iterating through the loops, so it is optional. It is optional means it you need to choose this based on your judgment. So here I write one simple example of list. In that list, I included the number like 10, 20. Okay. So what I am going to do, I am iterating means I am here. I am if I want to print the number one by one. Okay. So I write the one variable name which is num1 for num1 in list one print num1. Okay. So it automatically print that number. Okay, so again I write here uh, modulo number using modulo operator. So what basically modulo operator do? It's written as the reminder of that number. So why how basically for this reminder modulo operator we use for printing the number is at even or odd. You can see here if number is odd, so it's written the modulo 2. But when its number is even, so it's written with the reminder as 0. So for same using I am trying to print the even number. Okay, so when I write same way for num in list 1, if num of modulo 2 is equal to 0, then print number. So what happened, this code may return me the even number. You can see here uh, let me print the original list so you can understand it easily. So basically you if you see the list here, so 10, 20, 30, these are the even number. 17 is odd number, 19 is also odd number, 26 is even number, 23 is odd number. So it just printing me the those number have the modulo 0. Okay, means which are divided by 2. Okay, here same I write same example, but in this case I included the else block here, and in else block I printed the or print odd number. So you can see here it print 10, 20, 30 as a number, and after that for 17, 19 it printed as a odd number. Again it printed the even number, again it printed the odd number. You can see here. Okay, also if I want to they add do the addition of all numbers from that list, so how I do this? So when I this is my original list. Okay, and I want to add each number and print the total sum. So in that case I simply write for num in list 1, and I created the one variable list of sum is equal to list of sum plus that number. So it again iterate each and every element and add into that list sum variable. And when I print this, it may retain the 145 as a sum of that all number. Okay, this same line we can write in the same way also. Basically, its meaning is same that list underscore sum is equal to list underscore sum plus that number. Same way, I write here another example. If I want to iterate the element from that string by using that for loop, so how I use? So I write here for letter in this string. Okay, print letter. So when I print letter, so it automatically print the one word at a time. If you see here, I just write here. So it just firstly it print T, after that H, like that. It all like it print all the letters. You can see here. Same way, you can use for loop on tuples also. So I created the one tuples, and it has 5 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I am trying to iterate from that tuples, so it automatically return me the one element at a time. So when I again add another element like 10 in that, so it gives me the 8 as a output. Okay. Again, I created another list, which is list 2, and in list 2, in that list I use the list of tuples. Means I added 3 tuples, which is 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10, 12. Okay, and when I try to iterate on that tuple, so it printed me the set of tuples one by one. So firstly it printed 2 by 2 comma 4, after that 6 comma 8, then lastly 10 comma 12. Okay, and again, one important property of tuples, when you are doing the using when you are trying to iterate on that tuples, so it gives you the what we can say that tuples unpacking. Means you can separately print this number. You can print 2 separately, 4 separately, 6 separately, 8 separately. You can see here when I write for bracket t1 comma t2 in list 2, print t1, so it just print me 2 6 10, means first element of that tuple. Okay, if I want to print the second element from all the tuples, so it printed 4 8 12. You can see here. So basically we can call it as a one of the property of tuple, which is unpacking of that tuples. You can see here, with tuples in a sequence, we can access the item inside of them through unpacking. So this method is called as unpacking. Next, I created one simple dictionary, which has 3 keys and 3 values. Okay, K1, K2, K3 as a key, and 1, 2, 3 as a value. So what happens when I am trying to print the uh, or when I try to iterate from that dictionary. Okay, so what it written when I try for item in the print item. So it just return me the key. But what happen? What about value? So how I get the value? So we see in dictionaries. Dictionaries in dictionary there is inbuilt method which is items, which was on that dictionary and returns us the key and value in form of the tuples. So what I do here, I am trying to iterating through that dictionary, but I use here d dot item, and when I print k and v, so k means our keys and v means our values. Okay, so it is written k1 as a key. After that, v's value is 1, like k2 its value is 2, k3 its value is 3. Okay, and if you want to just print that keys, so you can print list d dot keys, same way for the values. Okay, thank you friends.